So it's occurred to me that these systemic issues cannot be widely ignored anymore. The blinders are being ripped off of people's eyes, whether or not they want to keep the blinders on or not, type of thing, because we've been within a framework of a legal system that's simply creating an economic trap. And in order to expose the patterns in a legally sound way, the problem isn't just knowing our rights. The problem is in finding ways and avenues to enforce them when the systems that we're led to believe we have to protect us from these corruptions are in and of themselves corrupt. So when the legal systems and the resources are stripped from you, the goal is then to document and record, write down, as I've stated before, not illegally in whatever fashion, but to expose the abuse of these crimes in ways that cannot be ignored. The fact of the matter is, however, that when these crimes have been so long-standing, I believe wholeheartedly that if your breaking of conduct is to just try and find out what's happening in your life that's been a long-standing crime, I believe you have parameters that can't be ignored here, where you're after truth in a way that is, should be upheld for you to reach and find discovery, make the record, and be able to fundamentally, actively seek for changes in this life, to where I was creating in a way to build this thing where it's a network. It's the idea of the network of people who understand legal loopholes here, who can work together to then bring about that evidence forward, both publicly forward, not just to the corrupt court systems themselves, but bring it out here in a real-time fashion, demand for legal protection through public pressure, building awareness to these things. These public pressures, in many instances, are the only actions that's ever allowed for a demand to force that's shaken on accountability here. So let's create it. Community funding for both the legal battles will be a part in this, but its individual access is to, but if individual access of legal aid is being blocked, it's to be able to collectively create that legal aid and legal defense for those people fighting against these systemic abuses and systemic pressures as they are. That's completely dismantling them from ever being able to establish the energy, time, and resource to be able to actually get to those things. So it's about rebuilding an independent financial solution as structured around the economic independence, where it's the key, where these systems are being ensnared to people control, to people farm, to however you want to look at it, to create an indentured servitude of a slavery type of mind through this financial control. And this is what the systemic abuses are at large. It's to systemically create a push for an alternative funding, cooperative economics, and business ownership among its members, and abilities to share with others in a financial setting to create freedom from oppressive systems. Establishing this legal and ethical advocacy in teams would be appropriate, where I would be seeking to create legal minds who are willing to stand up against corruption, like we would need. Heartworks will not only push for the creation of lawyer networks available to those who do not have the resources met based on the initiatives of these people and the advocacy of these programs that we can arm people with, can build up the knowledge and the legal strategies to be able to fight back against the oppression as it is. And it's a huge oppression, because if you ask me, when one person is in duress, it really truly means everyone else is in duress. Your dreams can't be met in ways that can incorporate their dreams to be met which can raise people up to one grind to another grind to another grind to another grind. And instead of this oppressive domino rally effect taking hold of our lives and drilling us into the ground in early graves and getting us to do unbearable things, I believe, because I don't believe that people would naturally want to take it there. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's to build these strategies of grit where we're planning to take it there, and I'm hoping that I can get your support in that, to where we can build up these knowledge bases for a legal defense team that can go to work pro bono even for these people until we can start making people's lives whole. These things will turn around in favor of everybody. And if you can't see that, then what the fuck did you watch the movie The Butterfly Effect for? Don't. As a matter of fact, don't even try and understand what that boy was trying to do in The Butterfly Effect in his own life. Because these things were subjugating to ruin him, and all he wanted to do was use that power of love in a butterfly effect to change the course of his life. Every time he fixed one thing, another bad thing would happen. He couldn't fix it. He couldn't get through it. Sounds much like the resistance against this movement and mission. Anyway, with all due respects, I really hope that I can get your sincere love and support. If you have anything to give, please donate, even $5 or $20 to Cash App. I really need the support right now. You have no idea what I'm up against. And that's my sincere approach to beg for your help. Please, if you have anything to give, please go on Cash App and donate to it's the money sign and chase your dreams today. All one word. The money sign, chase your dreams today. I'm hoping that I can get out of this blight because it's been my whole life, you guys. And there's really nothing out here. If you got a number I can call and you share it to me and it's the number that's going to actually help me change this thing. I've called many. Sent out many letters. It's just everything you can think of. I've done it and then some, and I'm getting nowhere. I'm looking for your help. I'm looking for your supportive answers, and I'm looking for your supportive advice, and I'm looking for, if you don't have anything to share or you don't have anything to give, which is a lot of people out here. I'm really trying to meet breakthrough in my life. Can you please just share my message with others in hopes that I can build this thing? It's a real thing, and even in your own life, just sharing this message might transpire back into your own life somehow. Imagine that. What a beautiful transformation.